Yo, I'm starting to get my groove back, to be honest. I'm starting to get my mojo back. I'm starting to really start feeling myself again. You know, God will humble you for a season, but then He'll give you that confidence right back. He give you that swag right back. He give you that demeanor right back. But for real, I had to turn on the camera because tonight would have been one of them nights that I would have slipped up. And what I mean by that is I'm working on my I've been working out, but I'm trying to work on my gut. And to be honest, my biggest struggle that I have when it comes to my fitness goals and things that I'm working on is eating past a certain point, eating late. My thing was I used to eat right before I go to bed or eat like an hour or two before I go to bed, but I've learned that when you save space between you eat, like 3 hours, and I think it's called intermittent fasting. When you have a certain period of the day when you eat, you don't eat soon as you wake up, you wait till a certain time, and then you don't eat right before you go to sleep. And that's something that I'm working on, that I'm practicing right now. Right now I've been doing it for a little over a week, and I ain't gonna lie, some days is really challenging, and tonight's is one of them nights because I'm fresh out the shower. You feel me? I'm feeling good, and I really could have something to eat right now. My brother was talking about he wanted some wings or something like that. Man, you know me, I could do some wings, but to be honest, I'm not gonna allow myself to fall into that habit because I feel like you start to lose confidence within yourself when you tell yourself you're gonna do something and you don't do it. That's probably one of the worst things that you could possibly do. Now, you're gonna definitely have slip ups, but when you conscious of your goals and you conscious of what it is that you're trying to do, you gotta be aware of that. And to me, when you constantly fall to your temptations or your flesh, that's a sign that you gotta get stronger. That's a sign that you're a little weak, because I ain't gonna lie, if you tell yourself you're gonna do something, you have to do it. You just have to. That's a part of you knowing if you got self-control or not. And I'm not gonna lie, to old me, I'd have been like, man, bunk that. I'm starting back again tomorrow. But I understand. When summertime come and I might be hesitant to take my shirt off, I'm gonna think about the time when I went back on what I said I was gonna do. And that's be dedicated to eating at a certain time throughout the day. Eating when I'm designated to eat. And I know some people will probably be like, man, if you're hungry, get something to eat. But I ain't gonna lie, I'm trying to live with some type of structure. I'm trying to live with some type of discipline, because it'll make you feel better at the end. You can easily do whatever it is that you want to do in life. We got free will, of course. But I've noticed, and this is just within me, I don't know how everybody else feel. I know when I just move willy-nilly and I just do things that's pleasurable at the moment, I always end up paying for it at the end. I always end up feeling some type of way, because I know I'm off my A game. You gotta stay on your A game, and most of that work is done when nobody looking. I'ma just be frankly honest with y'all. Y'all know y'all see people winning, y'all see people pop out with their goals, and man, they working behind the scenes, they sacrificing behind the scenes. That's for the people that's not taking shortcuts. Now, for the people that's taking shortcuts, I don't know what to tell you. But the people that's putting in real life work, man, they putting in that pain, they putting in that sacrifice. And to be honest, that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm here to do. But I had to get on the camera to kind of, help me a little bit, hold myself accountable. I figured if I turn the camera on and tell y'all what I'm doing, it's going to motivate me to go to sleep hungry. It's going to motivate me to go to sleep doing what I told myself I was going to do. But I'm glad I don't really have any options. The refrigerator is empty, the freezer is empty. But like I told y'all, we about to go back to we about to go back home for some time, so we ain't wanna leave no food in the refrigerator or the freezer that could possibly go bad. So this was kind of planned, and it's actually helping. It's actually helping because if I would have had food in there, that would have been even of a bigger temptation. But I'm learning, man. I'm learning. I'm learning the things that's, gonna keep me pushing forward and motivating. And I noticed that when you start something or you tell yourself you're gonna do something, it's better that you just stay consistent with it each and every day. Because the moment that you stop doing it or the days that you take off, it's harder to get back on track. It's harder to continue to, move in the direction. It seems like you always starting over. And I don't know about y'all, but I don't like starting over. Even though I don't mind it, it's always harder when you gotta start over. So that's not my plan. That's not my goal. And times like this is where I need to pray. Because God knows, oh my God, I could tear a mill down right now. I really could. And yeah, man, I started off the year kind of slow with everything. You feel me? I started off the year kind of slow. But I'm not bashing myself. I'm giving myself grace. Because I am human. I'm not a machine. I'm not a robot. So I understand that players mess up too. And I feel like I was going through a lot of things where I wasn't my best self, but I understand that I'm back. I'm back, man. I'm back. And thanks to God, thanks to my support system. It seems like when you separate yourself from just people in general, man, it's more peaceful. I go through more things when I'm involved and indulge with different people, but when I take that time to just, be by myself, focus on myself, I notice that life is a lot better. Life is a lot better, and, it's not a lot of things pulling at you. There's not a lot of things pulling at you. I don't got nobody asking me to go do nothing. You feel me? I ain't got nobody tempting me when it comes to going out or, events. I'm really just, at peace, focusing on my goals, focusing on becoming better. Because one thing I will say, time moves fast. Time moves fast, and you don't want to be stuck doing the same thing that you was doing previous years back. You feel me? You got to learn new things, pick up new habits, and just develop as a person. You feel me? Implement new things into your life. Like even when it comes to this little intermittent fasting that I'm doing, I would have never done this back in the day. I was too in love with food. I was too much of a foodie to, discipline myself to eat at a certain time. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm proud of myself. You feel me? I'm proud of myself because it's shown me that I'm growing in areas that I once wasn't like this. You feel me? And to be honest, it's up to you. I'm just trying to become great. I'm trying to become the best version of myself that I could possibly be. And I understand that, adding things and implementing things into your life, that's going to help you along the way. There's a lot of people that get comfortable with just doing the same thing the same way, going to the same job, talking to the same people. And I'm not going to lie, I don't know if life was meant to be like that. Even though changing up your routine, changing up what it is that you do, that's extremely challenging. But, life is meant to be experienced. Within boundaries. I'm not saying go wild or do nothing crazy, but life is meant to be experienced. And I'm learning that now. I'm kind of starting to implement a balance within my life. At first, I was just, super hell-bent on all work, no play. But I feel like that's one of the reasons why I had, became burnt out at a season in my life. You feel me? You have to have some type of balance so you can continue to move forward. Like even with the food, instead of not just eating any foods, like any unhealthy foods at all, I'm deciding to just, limit the times when I eat. Because if I just try to go strictly salad, fruit all the time, I'm going to end up eventually breaking that, because that's to the extreme. So I'm just learning that, one step at a time, baby steps. And with those baby steps, we can go far in life instead of trying to do everything at one time. But I'm about to close my eyes, to be honest, because I want to wake up early. These past couple of these last 2 weeks, I've been waking up probably like 7, 8 o'clock, and that's a little late for me. I'm not gonna hold you. I'm more of a 3 to 5, 3 to 6 type of person, because I just feel like you get a head start, and you get to relax. You get to take your time. You get to take your time with your morning. You get to do the things that, to start your day off the right way. Spend time, talk to God, meditate, work out, go for a walk, go for a run before you start the rest of your day. One of my things that I hate is getting up, starting the day, and it feel like you rushing. You got to do everything for everybody else, but you ain't take care of yourself. You ain't get your mind right. You ain't, feed your spirit. You just getting up, just, being a robot, doing whatever it is you got to do. Got to have some type of structure. That's the only way you going, really make progress. Got to have a system, got to have structure. And as boring as it might sound, that's the way to go. That's the way to go if you want to keep moving forward, finding ways to be consistent. And just like I said, becoming the best version of yourself that you could possibly be. But, man, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I'm about to just start, putting on a camera. It may not be a whole, to-do list. Might not be taking y'all nowhere. It might be just checking in, letting y'all know how the day went. Letting y'all know where the mental space is at, and spreading love, spreading positivity. I hope everybody that's watching this is taking care of themselves. You feel me? If you're going through life challenges, I need you to understand it's forming you to a better person, Pressure builds diamonds. Pressure builds diamonds, you feel me? I don't look like what I've been through, and I feel like that's by the grace of God. But He allowing me to just, become stronger. He allowing me to be a better person for my family, be a better person for myself, be a better person for, the work that He has for me to do. Because with all that I've been through, I understand that I have to be here for a reason. I have to be here for a bigger purpose than I could even see right now at the moment. And I'm just learning to take life one day at a time. Of course, plan, of course, do what I got to do, but not be anxious for the future. Take advantage of every day, because tomorrow is not promised. Keep yourself prayed up. Keep yourself sharp. Keep yourself continuing to be better. Surround yourself around people that you love, that love you, that got your best interests at heart. And man, just stick together, build together. It's easy to separate and cause division amongst the people that you with, but that's how it was designed. You feel me? That's how it was designed. It was designed to keep us separated, designed to keep us going against each other, designed to keep us in a low mental state, feeling weak, feeling like we don't got nobody. But that's not how it's supposed to be. Ultimately, you have to take care of yourself, but once you get yourself right, as you're getting yourself right, you got to be strong for your team. You got to be strong for the people that, support you as well. And that's the only way to keep moving forward. That's the only way to keep growing. Expanding your knowledge, learning things that, wasn't taught to you. My biggest challenge is, just learning things that wasn't taught, that wasn't handed down to me. Shout out to my mom, shout out to, my pop, shout out to, You know, just people who have gave me some game about life. But, you know, it's a lot of things that I'm striving towards that there is no blueprint. Nobody didn't leave a blueprint for me and my siblings or, you know. So, you know, we just pushing, you feel me? And we figuring it out along the way. Not allowing anything to discourage us. Not allowing anything to, you know, keep us at a standstill or keep us being mediocre. Because mediocre is the enemy. Mediocre is the devil. You feel me? With everything. With, you know, who you surround yourself by. How you taking care of your body. How you taking care of your mind. What you doing with your finances. Everything, man. I don't want to be mediocre in no area of your life. And I'm understanding that it's not how fast you start. It's not about how fast you start. It's about how you end. I know it's a lot of people that had a fast start. I'm not one of them people. You feel me? I'm building my life up slowly but surely. But it's not just about me. It's about my whole crew. It's about my brothers, my sisters, my mom, my grandma. Everybody come up. You feel me? One person eat, we all eat. One person make it, we all make it. And that's just how I go, man. But it starts with me, bettering myself, making sure I'm strong to be able to pour into others, pour into the ones that I love. And just leading by example. You feel me? Nobody's going to listen to any type of encouragement. Nobody's going to listen to any type of advice from you, to be honest, if you're not, you know, taking care of yourself, keeping yourself up, doing what it is that you got to do for yourself. So that's just what it's about. And when I tell y'all, man, 5 years from now, 3 years from now, you know, we're going to be in a better place. That's for you watching this too. We're going to just keep continuing to go up, keep continuing to become better, keep continuing to put in the work. And when I say put in the work, I mean put in the work for yourself, for your mindset, you know, for your health, working out, reading books, expanding your mind, applying the thing that you learned to your life. And with that, you know, you can't go wrong. Keeping God first, you can't go wrong. You feel me? There's no way you can go wrong with that. But, man, I love y'all and I appreciate y'all. I'm about to check out because I do want to get up early. And with that being said, I'm going to see y'all in the next video. We out. Like, subscribe, and ring that bell notification for more vlogs. Let's get it.